Hi, it's Sarah here from Crafting and Stamping, and I'm back with another quick card. And this week I'm using this beautiful Symbols of Fortune Specialty DSP. This is a lovely paper. I really love our foiled papers, specialty papers, and this one is absolutely excellent. It's got all designs using Smoky Slate, Whisper White and Metallic Gold on one side. And then you've got these beautiful patterns. We've got lovely bamboos, cranes in flight, smaller cranes, a chrysanthemum I believe, but I'm not very good on flowers. So, and even just a nice sort of cottony texture type pattern here. So I've picked out this particular pattern to use, but you could use really any one of those for this card. And I've got a standard A6 portrait card base here. I've got a layer that is 3 and 7/8 by 5.5, and then I've also cut a layer that is 3 and 5/8 by 5.25 to layer onto it. Now the reason I've done that is because I'm wanting to use some ribbon today, and I'm using this beautiful soft succulent satin ribbon. It's really lush, and if I'm using ribbon, I like to have a layer that I can wrap this around. I could possibly just wrap it around the paper, but I'm also going to tie some ribbon onto it, and that might stress the paper a little too much. So I'm layering this onto the card first and then putting the ribbon on. So I'm just going to assemble these bits. I'll use my seal and let's just move it around so that it's ready to start. There we are. And it's worth putting possibly just a little bit of extra adhesive on than you would do normally, because of the gold foiling. The gold foiling can resist the adhesive just a little, although I've not found it to be a major problem. So I'm just going to pop this centrally onto this layer. And this Symbols of Fortune DSP is specifically designed to go with the Crane of Fortune stamp set. They have been designed to go together, and you can see that some of the patterns that we've got in the paper go with this particularly. We've got those same chrysanthemums appearing. We've also got stalks in it, but I'm not actually using that today. I'm actually going to use the Bamboo Beauty. This has been out for a little while, but again, it works so well with these papers. We've got various patterns within here that work well with this, and in particular we've actually got a plain bamboo pattern there. So I'm using this stamp set today for this. I've cut a couple of squares for this, and I've got one that is 1.5 inches by 1.5, and this one's 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. So I've got the Sending Caring Thoughts out of the Bamboo Beauty set, and I'm going to use the Evening Evergreen ink for this. So just get that inked up, and I'll stamp this. Just make sure that I've got this fairly square on. And there we are. So that now can be drying while we do our ribbon. And for ribbon, it needs to be a dry adhesive that holds it in place. Just looking for my tear and tape. I'm going to be using some glue dots, but I do tend to prefer tear and tape for actually holding the ribbon down. So I'm just going to cut this ribbon a bit longer than the card front, and snip a couple of pieces of tape. I just want to have it to wrap around about there. So if I put that on one side, peel off, managed to peel off the whole thing. Right, that's not very good. Right, let's put that down and do what I should have done in the first place. Use my take a pick tool to peel up. There we go. It's not going to be noticeable from the front. And then we're going to just wrap this around, and I'll pop this on the back, and like I say, just peel that up so that I don't peel the card as well. Make sure that that is nice and straight, and fold that over into place. Now we can put this onto our card base, and you'll know that it's loose. You'll notice that I've left it loose on the front. So just do that, and we'll pop this onto our card front, getting it squared up. And the reason I've left it loose on this card front is because I'm going to take a length of the same ribbon and tie it on. And I'm not tying it in a bow, I'm simply tying it in a knot. Now the only problem with having this such a beautiful soft satin is that the knot can easily come undone. So I'm going to grab a glue dot and pop it behind, fasten my knot nice and tight, and the glue dot should hold that in place. I can then, I've got some snips, here we are. I can then snip my ribbon like that, and like that. There we are. So I'm now going to pop my sentiment on, and I'm just going to seal this into place and get that on square, and then grab some dimensionals and pop these on the back. There we are. And then that can go onto our card front. You can just decide whereabouts you prefer to have it. I think I'm going to have it up opposite the knot, like that. And then if you want to, you can also grab some gems to go on. And I'm just going to grab a few of these gilded gems, and I can just see a tiny smudge down there. In actual fact, I think it's a bit of adhesive that might come here. That's coming off, so otherwise I could have covered that up with my gem, but I don't really need to, so I will pop a few gems on like that. And there's our card, our quick card for today. So I hope that that just gives you a few ideas. If you want to, you can always also just pop another glue dot behind the ribbon knot here to again hold that in place. So like I say, worth having a little look and mixing and matching, as I say, different stamp sets with the beautiful papers that we've got, so that there's a lot more options than simply the suite that it comes with. Please do subscribe to my channel below so that you get to see a quick card every Monday, and I share a quick tip every Friday. Thank you for stopping by.